Am I really that much handle? Breaking these niggas down like a camel. You don't really do
I would like you to hit the like button at the beginning, because every time you hit the like button, you are letting YouTube know that what you are seeing and hearing is edifying for you, so it can be shared with others. That's why hitting the like button is so important. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing to the channel.
It had to happen. Your title was so powerful. When I read the name of your ministry, it had to happen.
Am I really that much handle? Breaking these niggas down like a camel. You don't really do
I would like you to hit the like button at the beginning, because every time you hit the like button, you are letting YouTube know that what you are seeing and hearing is edifying for you, so it can be shared with others. That's why hitting the like button is so important. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing to the channel.
It had to happen. Your title was so powerful. When I read the name of your ministry, it had to happen.
Let's welcome our host, Erica Wilson.
Great day, everyone. We're here live today with the girl, Erica Wilson, that it had to happen for our Thriving Thursdays. And tonight, our topic is the John Marcus Project. So guys, welcome into It Had to Happen Studios, where you'll get real stories, raw truth, and redeemed purpose. Right? We have a special guest here with us on tonight. He is a IH2H two-timer, y'all. The John Marcus Project is a raw, unfiltered memoir that chronicles one man's journey from the streets of Jacksonville to a life reimagined, y'all. In these pages, right, John Marcus shares his transformative story from the days of working and playing basketball with his friends, but to overcoming the profound challenges of an accident that's changed his life forever, guys. This book isn't just about survival. It's about thriving in the face of hardship. And y'all know that's what it's all about here. My journey, my pain, my purpose. Come on now. It's about learning that scars we bear can become symbols of strength. Yes, that self-worth isn't defined by physical limitations. That's right. And that love in all its forms is the most powerful force in our lives. So John's candid narrative takes you on a journey through moments of heartbreak, self-doubt, and the struggle to be understood, while also celebrating the unyielding support of family and community that helped him rise above every setback. So without further ado, let me introduce to some and present to others the Duval John Marcus. Welcome.
What's up, Ma?
Hey, son, how are you?
I'm
He-
good. Speaking of work, I'm just getting off work, so might be moving around a little bit.
That's all right. We'll work with you. We'll work with you. And shouts out to Shannon Jaguar Stephen for hooking this up, guys. Listen, Shannon told Marcus when he came out with his book, "Hey, best friend. Hey, bestie." She said, "You have to go on the show." And look, we hooked it up and you are here today. So if you can, I told a little bit about you,
You
but you
know, I
go
mean,
ahead and tell us who you are.
think it, think it's going in and out, man.
And I say, if you can, I told a little bit about you. So just tell the audience about who is John Marcus.
Um, Hold on one second. Sorry about that. But I'm John Marcus. In Jacksonville, Florida. About me. Just wrote a book. Now I'm an author. Big fan. We shit down here. Uh, I did. Just trying to recall for the city.
All right. Well, you're not just trying, you're doing it. And I see here that Shannon says a Duval legend. We got to do that right. A Duval legend. Listen, I had the honor.
Duval.
I had the honor of meeting John in when Allen played for the Jaguars, and man, oh man, was it a time! That's man, that city used to be rocking. That's one thing I can say. So he said he's just trying to make the community better, and he's out in the community so much, guys. He had a very unfortunate situation. Once he get to a stable location, we'll go ahead and I'm hoping it'll go in and out. But he's just leaving work, y'all, and he still decided to come on. It had to happen. So, John, can you just take us back to your high school days? Don't go to the accident yet. Take us back to your high school. Who were you before this accident?
I went to William Range in Jacksonville. Graduated in 2004. I played football. I played a little basketball. I was just man, how much I missed high school. High school was fun, man. I was kind of popular in school. Just trying to play sports and trying to make it. That's all.
Okay, so back then you went to Raines High School. William Raines? Yeah. Okay. So, guys, he said he went to William Raines High School back then. He was very popular. Listen, y'all, let me tell you something. He is still popular. I don't know what he talked about he was, but he's still popular. So back then, he said he was popping back then, right? So you wanted to play sports. What
Yes,
type
man.
of sport did you want to get into, or did you play?
Football.
Or you play football?
Football. I was playing cornerback. Yes, man. My cousin Lito Shepherd. So I was trying to follow him.
Oh, guys, please do bear with us as John is traveling. He's just getting off of work, y'all, and he's trying to get to a location where he could get some better internet service. So if he goes out, just please do bear with us. Let me tell you a little bit about him once again. Can you hear me, John? Can
Yes,
you hear
ma'am.
me? Okay, so you say you was a cornerback, right? So I like my receivers. Nothing against the cornerbacks, but I like my receivers.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
tell us about what that was like. Okay, so you want to follow in your cousin's footsteps. I didn't quite catch the name. Who
Lito
was your
Shepherd.
Okay, so you wanted to follow in his footsteps. So you were
Yes,
playing
ma'am.
football. And up until what grade did you play football?
I played all the way up to the 12th grade.
All the way to the 12th grade. Okay, okay. So what was that like? Did you play all 4 years? Like, what was that like, being the popular guy and then a football player? You know how that goes. Everybody want the football player,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
what
I
was
only played
that
2 years
like?
though.
2 years.
I only
That's
played two
okay.
years. I wasn't as good at Lito, but I was trying my best, but I wasn't as good as he was.
But that's okay. You got out there, you had the heart to get out there to try.
I did. I
So
did. I did.
that's what counts. Yes, having the heart. That's what's up. So here it is. Now you're this football player. You was trying your best to do that. How would you say was the crowd that you hung around? What was that like? Did you hang around positive people? Like, what was that like?
Yeah, I always kept myself around positive people, man, because I try not to stay, get in trouble a lot. My parents are strict, so yeah, they ain't play the radio, so I always stayed around positive people. My mom always told me, she said, find something to go to school, find something you like. Hey, I knew all the girls and stuff was in school. They went outside, on the block, so that what made me go to school.
All right now. Y'all heard it here. He said all the girls was in school, so that's where he was going. So shouts out to the girls that was at school, okay?
Yes, sir.
So here it is now. You become this football player. You know that you're going through your high school years, and then here it is. Take us. Just share it to Facebook. Thank you so much, Shannon. Thank you. Let me see you some hearts. Thank you, BFL. So take us to leading up to the day of the accident. Can you walk us through that?
Yes, ma'am. I remember going to school, getting up. I had my first period class, Mr. Miller, and that was one of the hardest classes I ever took in school. And he told us, he said we had a test that day, and I don't think I did too well on the test, and I was kind of upset. And then actually that day was pretty fun. We had a good time that day. I never forget I took a picture with one of my best friends, and I still have that picture to the day, and we always talk about that picture. Like, who would ever thought that this would have been the last day I was walking? But after school, trying to get home from school to go to work, and tragic accident happened.
So here it is. You went to school, you took this test, and of course, I know sometimes we get test anxiety as well. So it could have been a little bit of mixture of both. But however, you didn't do too well. You was a little distraught. So now you leave school. You leave school in a car with how many people, and then walk us through that day.
Actually, the guy who I got in the car accident with, I didn't even know him. I knew he stayed in my neighborhood, and one of my friends had got in the car. I was like, "How you get home today?" So he was like, "I ride with such and such." So I was like, asking when he take me home, and I got in the car. He was speeding. I asked him like 3 times to slow down, and he tried to go around the bus, and he swerved around and hit a car. I mean, swerved around the car, and ran into the pole. I broke my neck. First time talking to him and everything, and it was a tragic accident.
Oh my God, whoa. So here it is. You just wanted to ride home. So you
Yes, ma'am.
asked a friend, like, how he was getting home, and you asked politely the driver, to slow down. And that's
Yes.
what scares me so bad when you have like these big trucks and these buses, because you never know what's on the other side,
Right.
and here it is. So now he goes around this bus, and you say he hit, what was it he hit?
He hit a pole.
A pole. Whoa.
Yes, ma'am.
And how many of you were in the car?
Oh, three. The driver, the passenger, and me. I was in the back seat.
Okay, and you were the only one that got paralyzed?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
When he hit the pole, I jerked forward and broke my neck and hit the back of the passenger seat, and I broke my spinal cord.
Jesus Christ, Lord have mercy. Wow. Okay, so did you have on a seatbelt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So you jerked forward. Your body hit the, I mean, I'm sure if I hit in a pole, it was a really bad impact. So your body hit the back of the passenger seat. And you said it broke
Yes,
your
ma'am.
spinal cord. And what was their
Yes,
other
ma'am. I broke
injuries?
my neck.
Mm. Okay, so were you the only one hurt in this incident?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you kidding me?
Yep. On the one got paralyzed, hurt. In the back seat of the car.
Going on the ride, just trying to get home.
Just trying to get home. The doctors told me it was lucky that I didn't have a seatbelt on because it probably would have killed me because of the impact of the car when it hit the pole. The way I
Yes.
jerked, it probably would have hurt me. The seatbelt probably would have choked me and killed me.
Hmm. Lord have mercy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. So now, oh God. So now this accident that took place. You're the only one hurt. Passenger and driver
Yes,
is fine. They walk away, no scratches or anything.
correct.
Okay, so now you're headed to I'm sure they had to airlift you. Or no.
Uh, no, we went to the hospital in Jacksonville, Shands. So someone helped me get out the car, and they laid me on the ground. The ambulance, they cut my clothes up and stuff like that, and drove me to Shands.
Wait, so somebody took you out of the car? Why? I thought you're not supposed to touch the people when was it on the car was on fire or something, or they just was
Yeah,
trying to help?
no, they were just trying to help. They probably didn't even know I was paralyzed. I didn't even know because when he hit the pole, I couldn't feel my body. So I'm just thinking that I was still stuck in the car, not knowing that I was even paralyzed.
Oh my
So when they
God.
laid me on the ground, I was like, when they laid me on the ground, I thought I was still in the car the whole time I was laying on the ground because
So
I couldn't
did
feel
you
my
ever
body no
lose
more.
conscious?
I
Did you
never
ever
lost
lose
conscious.
conscious?
I did blur out a little bit, but I never lost conscious.
Oh my God. Okay, so oh Jesus. So you somebody removed you from the car. Now you're on the ground waiting for the ambulance to come. So the ambulance get there. The ambulance is the one that take you to Shands.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm sure you went in, straight into surgery. I'm sure.
Straight to surgery. Straight to surgery.
Do you recall like how long was the surgery?
Um, it was crazy because when I went to the hospital, I can still remember talking to the doctors and stuff like that. And, because my mom didn't know at the time that I thought it was. So I kept saying, "Hey, I need to call my parents. I need to call my parents." But the whole
Right.
time the doctor was saying, "No, man, we gotta put you in surgery, put you in surgery." So I just need to call someone. And as soon as they laid me on the table, I heard a cry. It was my mom, and I don't remember nothing after that.
Wow. Okay. Oh, all right. So now mom is there. Do they give you some form of comfort knowing that she's there? Because now remember you're in a car
Oh,
with someone that you don't even know, and then your friend, I mean the driver you didn't know, but the friend knew the driver.
correct.
Okay. All right. So now do they give you like some form of comfort knowing mom is there?
No, once nobody let me know. I just knew. I heard her crying. I say this in my book and my documentary. I heard her crying in the back, and after that, I guess they started doing the surgery. But I knew she was there, and I know my mom's voice. I knew she was there.
Oh, praise God. All right. So we're gonna go past. Whew, that's right there. I didn't know. I mean, you were here before, but I don't know if we got into that detail about it.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
now here it is. You're going into surgery. You don't remember like how many hours that was, right?
No, ma'am. I don't remember how long the surgery was. All I know is the accident, and then after that I was in Shands, and I couldn't talk for about a month. I couldn't talk for like about 3 weeks. They had a trach in my throat, and then I stayed in Shands for about 2 or 3. I want to say 3 weeks, and then I moved over to Brooks Rehab in Jacksonville. I stayed there for like another month, so I was in the hospital for like 2 months, 2 3 months.
Gee whiz. Okay. Wow. Okay, guys, we're here live tonight for the John Marcus Project. We're going to jump into that shortly, but I just want you to, the guys, know how we ended up here for the John Marcus Project. It is not just a book. He said he has a documentary.
No,
I
ma'am.
did that. So guys, please do. No, ma'am. No, sir. I mean, can you hear me? All right, guys, please do bear with us while he is getting and I think he's having a little difficulty here, but please do bear with us. You're going into your home now, right, Marcus? Can you hear me? All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and go to commercial until and we'll be right back. Hopefully he'll be back in by the time we get back. All right, guys, we are back. All right, so now can you hear me? You can hear me, son? Uh-uh. I can't hear you. Guys, please do bear with us. We have the John Marcus here tonight. You're on mute, son. Mm-mm. I can't hear. Go out and come back in. Yes. So we have the John Marcus here with us on tonight. Let me tell you a little bit about John. John said that he was a well-rounded football, well, not a well-rounded, but he was a football player back in the days, and he loved the ladies, y'all. He said that was one of the things what made him go to school, okay? But he was popular in high school. He played football for 2 years. Come on now. Then one day he goes to school. He decides to, he took a test and he said he didn't think that he did very well. So he was a little down on himself, right? However, at the end of the day, he wanted to ride home. So he asked one of his friends how he was getting home. And in between time, the friend says, I'm going to catch a ride with someone. Catching a ride, John did not know the person, but his friend knew the person. And in the midst of that, John said they were riding. When they were riding, this young man was speeding. He asked the young man several times to slow down. However, that did not happen. Go around the bus, instantly hit a pole. John's body jerked so hard to hit the passenger seat. He was in the back seat and it hit the passenger seat. He broke his neck and his spinal cord, guys. Gets to the hospital, going to surgery immediately. So now, John, you in this rehab. You done did, like you say, 2.5 months or 2 months or so in the
Yes, ma'am.
hospital, between the hospital and rehab, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so now you're doing the rehab. What was that news like? And this is the last question I'm going to ask on the pain, because we're going to jump into the purpose. So, what was that like hearing that you were paralyzed? And how
Um,
long before did you hear that?
um, I found out probably about 2 weeks after being in the hospital. After going to Brooks, I had met this lady and she was paralyzed and she was like, I just started back walking and I thought, hey, I'm next. She was just telling me how good Brooks was, and I was still kind of like, stuck in my own ways, trying to figure out like, what did I do to be in this situation. So I was kind of like, I was down, depressed. So being in rehab, I feel like it could have been a little better, but me just being stuck in my ways, I was kind of like depressed all the time. Didn't want to listen to the doctors, and I couldn't move. Like I said, I couldn't move nothing but my neck. And then my doctor ended up telling me about another rehab that was in Philadelphia called Shriners, and they were the one who helped me start back move my arms and stuff like that, helping me get back on the right track.
Wow. Okay, so but that's the first question I think one asks when anything happened. What did I do to deserve it? Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. And I'm glad that you were able to get past that. But you were in Brooks, you said that's a good, facility as well.
Yeah.
However, you were not listening to the doctors.
Nah.
So again, we never know why the it's had to happen, but it happened to and landed you in Philadelphia to better the facility, correct? That you
Yes,
were
ma'am.
able. Okay, so now how long before you get to this facility, before you start getting movement in your upper body?
Oh, I left. I got my accident was in December 2003. I got the hospital in March of 2004. Um, so I think I started going to Brooks. I mean, Shriners in September 2004, and I stayed in Philly for 2 years.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Did
and
you take Duval
I
up there to
did,
Philly?
I took it there.
I know that's right. I know that's right. So you're up there 2 weeks. All right, guys. As you can see, he is here smiling. He has this book out, guys, the John Marcus Project. Tell us a little bit about that. And then we're going to ask the people, we're going to tell the people how they could solicit your business and get this
Yes,
book.
ma'am. Um, the John Marcus Project came on after I did my documentary. A lot of other stuff happened after my documentary. A lot of people don't know that I had leukemia, so I wanted to know, just touch bases on about that. I never told in my documentary. The documentary was just about the accident. About being what is it? Just what happened in the accident. Hearing his side of the story, the driver's side of the story, my side of the story, but nobody kind of knew like my life before the accident, how much my community impact my life, me and my mom relationship. That's everything I wrote in the book. I talk about what the worst can happen. Like I said, after my accident, then I end up getting leukemia. So I'm like, I wrote about a lot of that stuff and overcoming, having leukemia.
Wow. So okay, let me wrap my. After the accident, you had leukemia. You
Yes,
or
ma'am.
found out you had leukemia.
Yes.
Okay, so now were you on this emotional roller coaster again? Like, okay, God, like I done had this accident, I'm paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have leukemia. Was there ever a time where you got down on yourself after you found out that?
Uh, Actually, it didn't. Finding out about leukemia didn't really down me as bad as the accident. Being honest, because I talked to the doctor. He was like, it's a good thing because I always used to always have these bad stomach pains. I was like, why is my stomach hurting so bad? And then went to the doctor. He told me, say, it's a good thing and a bad thing. And I was like, just give me the bad news. I'm always hearing bad news. He said you got leukemia. He said the good thing is you can live a normal life. You don't have to go through any radiation, do anything. Just got to take a pill every day for the rest of your life.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Oh my
every day I just take this one pill that keep me going.
praise God. No, look at there. But the thing is, you said I don't want you to confess like something bad is always happening,
Yeah.
because even though the situation looked a little gloomy, God was working it for your good. You done
Hmm.
wrote a book, you went through this. Now you're able to tell somebody else how to get through, not what they should do, but what worked for you to help you get through it, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
in this documentary, I didn't even know nothing about the documentary, son. You didn't tell me about that one. You
I
told me about the
did.
book. Now I don't remember you telling me that, because why
Oh
we didn't
man.
sit up here?
Yeah. I did a documentary in 2017.
Oh my God. Well, you got to send it to me. Okay. So
I
I
got you.
could
Yeah, definitely.
definitely. Okay. What is the name of the documentary? Let's put it in here. So, guys, you go and watch this documentary.
Everything is a John Marcus project. I keep everything simple.
Okay. So, the John Marcus Project documentary, guys, where can we find this?
Right now it's only on DVD. I got it. I'm trying to, nobody got no DVD player no more, so I'm trying to get it on digital. But you can find the trailer on YouTube. It's hashtag the John Marcus Project. It'll come right up for you.
Man, John, you slipping. Yes, he
Yes.
is. He should have been. Look, we gonna get on you, John. My BFF, now we gonna.
My bad.
Yes,
My
because
bad.
like stuff is study changing, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I think it's a way that you definitely can have it transferred over, a copy to a jump drive, and
Yeah.
definitely get it out there. Because I'm telling you, get that thing on YouTube, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody just told me this, and man, you missing out a lot of money, man. A lot of support.
Hello, somebody, and that's why she BFF say you slipping.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, your story, it needs to be heard. Now you don't put it into a book.
Yes, ma'am.
Some people like me, I don't too much like reading. I'm more of I'll listen to audio, or I watch the movie, but I'm too much not, I'm just getting into the reading thing. Alan is
Yes.
really pushing me into reading because he's a big time reader, right?
I got to get in
But
that book.
definitely, I'm gonna tell him as soon as I get there. But that's the thing, though, Marcus. John, you're losing out on money, like she said. You're slipping, but that's okay. That's a quick fix. You're
Yeah.
around a whole lot of people. As much as you're doing in the community, and the connections that you have, somebody can help you get that onto, at least, get into YouTube, get it on
Yes.
YouTube. But my God, he has the documentary, guys. He have the book. How can one get your book, John?
Oh, the book live. The book on Amazon. You can definitely go get it at on Amazon. Like I said, everything is the John Marcus Project. And that's doing good, man. I've been having so much support from my city, and that's why I wrote about my community in my city because they always behind me. I mean, when I first dropped told social media that I dropped my book, somebody told me, said, John dropped today. We got to go get that. So my city love me, man. They love me to death, and I appreciate it.
No, they love you to life. Not love you to death.
Thank
I'm
you. I
big
love
with
you.
words. They love you to life. But that is awesome to have that type of support and the community behind you. That's
It is.
you know
It is.
why? Because you put out great stuff in the community. So it's pay it forward back, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
now
Yes, ma'am.
this book, did you is it just on Amazon, or do you have any copies yourself?
Yeah, I have copies on in hand. I got
Oh, guys, please bear with us. Technical difficulties, but I'm sure he's coming back in. You could get the John Marcus Project on Amazon now. He was just saying that he have copies on hand. Wait for him to come back in. But guys, please do bear with us. You can hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, yeah. So you say you have some on hand.
Yes, ma'am. I got they on hand. I'm always around in the city. You know, somebody want to purchase some. I do got some on hand. I keep them in my book bag, so everywhere I go, they on hand. But
I
you
know
know, if you're
that's
not in, it's like a Mastercard. They say can't leave home without it.
I know that's right. Look,
It's I promise, like wherever I go, they asking for it. I was
good.
somewhere the other day, and the lady I didn't even know. She said, "You got some books on hand?" I see you on social media. She grabbed like two or three of them.
Praise God. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you like you say, it's like a MasterCard. You can't leave
Yeah,
home without it. She
can't leave
says,
home
Look
without it.
Nut should have been here. You not been there. Listen, he was supposed to come on the show. So Look Nut, if you listen in, we still waiting for you. Okay. We still
I'm gonna
waiting
get
for
them on. I'm gonna get them on. I'm gonna talk to him tonight. Say, man, get on.
you. All right. So if one want to buy the book from you, because I don't want to buy off of Amazon, I want it from you and autograph, son.
Of course, I got you. It's yours.
However, but I'm gonna definitely send it to Alan, let him, because he's into this reading thing. I'm telling you, heavy, heavy reading. So now we have the John Marcus Project. So you talked about the accident, you talked about you having leukemia. Tell me, how was that like, because when something happened or one get ill, I hear that one gets very mean. Did you see yourself getting there at any point?
Uh, in the beginning, when I got paralyzed, that was me. But after a while, I learned, man. God only take you through a test to see if you're still gonna believe. And
My
no, I don't get the prayer. I got this, and I wrote it in my book. I had this rule. It's a 24-hour rule. Whatever you're going through today,
Let him
don't bring
get
it
the
to
book.
tomorrow.
Let him get the book.
Oh
Just give
my
him a
bad.
teaser. Yeah, don't tell everything. You don't. No.
But no, that's
If
not
you
the
want to know what his 24-hour rule is, go
get the
get the
book.
book.
Get the book.
Listen, you can't tell everything. Now. You have to let them give them a teaser and let
Yeah,
them
yeah.
go get the book.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. But no, I don't get. I really don't get do down too much. Man. I live life because you never know what tomorrow brings. So I live it to the fullest.
I know that's right. And y'all, he be outside,
I
okay?
be outside.
He be
I be
outside.
outside.
That's all right. That's all right. So if you had somebody that was under the sound of your voice and they were thinking of, or maybe going through a hardship right now, it don't have to be they probably had a bad accident, but maybe just going through a hardship right now because you say you live life, you don't let too much bother you. Can you offer them some words of encouragement?
Of course. Just take my situation as a positive thing. Like somebody who done been through it all and just still going. If anybody going through something, man, pray first. Put God first in everything you do. You got to put God first because that's one thing that I did. I remember trying to give up on God. Like, nah, I need him. I need him. So put God first, and everything will work out fine.
There you go. I know that's right. Because I'm telling you, with them, we can do all things, but without
Oh,
them, we can't do nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. So this John Marcus project, guys, listen, he gonna go ahead and get it on over to YouTube or get it
yes.
Spotify something where you can listen if you're not a reader, something. He gonna get it done. We claim that in the name of Jesus
I'm
right
doing
now.
that. I'm doing that this week.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. So John, tell us what it's like living in Duval.
Oh, I love my city. I love it. Like you see people online, they condemn. Oh, what ain't nothing to do in Jesse. It's stuff to do, man. People just want to go to the club all the time. You don't got to go to the club. There's more stuff they're doing than going to the club. I've been here all my life. I'm born and raised here. Maybe I like it because the city loved me back, probably. But I love my city. I'm a diehard Jaguar fan. Win or lose, you know that they can go 0 16, 17. I'm gonna be there every Sunday. Every Sunday, I ain't missing no game.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You standing 10 toes down.
I
John, you
got
turning
you.
me into a crybaby. Oh, don't be a crybaby. I hope it's tears of joy because listen, he said he outside. He living his life. He
Definitely.
living his life.
You gotta live it, man. You gotta live it. You gotta live it. You gotta live it. You never know what tomorrow brings.
Amen. Or the next second, hour, minute, you just don't know. And that's so awesome that you say you're standing 10 toes down behind your city. Because I'm telling you, when I was there, I used to be like, Lord have mercy. They have so many bandwagons. When you're up, you're up. And then everybody, minute you start losing or you do, oh boy, it's a whole
Yeah.
lot that has to be said. But you
You know
know
that?
what? Huh?
I say you know that. Probably how many
Yeah,
times
yeah,
you
yeah.
almost got kicked out of that stadium when they talk about Island.
You don't talk to See, they don't understand. And this is why, I'm glad that we, went through that journey, because a lot of people don't understand the behind the scenes. What happens on behind the scenes. They see, yes, these players made it to the NFL, but they don't see the blood, sweat, and tears and everything that goes on behind the scenes to get there and to stay there, right?
Yeah,
Because it's
hard.
so much, it's so political. But to God, hey, listen, we thank Jacksonville. Jacksonville showed us mad love,
Oh, we
and
love.
I'm one of the ones. I'm saying too, like, it's nothing here to do, but I'm not a clubber, so that wouldn't even
Yeah,
be my thing anyway.
it's more stuff to do here.
Yeah, and I hear that you guys getting a new stadium.
Yeah, they go moving to Jaguars for about 2 years. They need here to start building. I don't know what I'm gonna do without the Jaguars. But I'm gonna go
Okay.
though. So my dad was just talking. I'm gonna go wherever they at. I'm going.
Wait, they moving them where? Look, shit at my BFS. I be popping up about my team.
I think they said Orlando so far. I don't care where they go at. I go one game out of town once a year anyway, so it don't matter.
Wait, they're moving the Jaguar? No, they not.
No,
I
not
don't
moving
believe.
to permanent. Until they finish the stadium.
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
until they finish the stadium.
So what's that like for you? An hour?
Hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay. Well, that's not bad.
It's just gonna be the long road back being depressed. That's all.
No, it's not. You got to speak it into existence. They're gonna ball. Listen,
They better.
they better ball this year.
Those
Cause I'm
season
gonna tell
tickets
you.
went up a little more.
Say it again.
I said those season tickets went up a little more. They better win.
They did.
Yeah, going up. They got to pay for that stadium.
Yeah. You know what? I never thought about that. I never even thought about that. So, do you think it's cheaper to get the season ticket? Oh yeah, because you have the same seat all the time.
Yeah, the same seat.
Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Or you say that long ride coming back. No, it's gonna be a good ride coming back because
It's
the
better.
Jaguars gonna do their thing this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
well,
believe.
they down here this year. They're not moving until next year, so we got time.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. See, that's all right. But here it is, guys. We're here live tonight with the legend of Duval, y'all, the John Marcus, and he have this book that's out, guys. He said you could get it on Amazon, but if you're in the Jacksonville area, you definitely could get it from him personally. Then that way he get all his coins. It
Even
goes
if you
straight.
even if they hit me up on social media, I can mail it out too. I've been mailing books out too.
Okay, well there you go.
Yeah,
They did they big one on the yes, they did they big one, but it's gonna take more than a player. We need some them people to you know what? This is what I like to say. This is what I like to say. It don't matter what you even it don't even matter what you did the last game or the last season. You have to show up every
every
single
week.
time. And I think they're hungry. Who's the quarterback? Is it still Trevor?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I think I think it's gonna something gonna get shaking and moving over there. I really do. I really think it's gonna get shaking and moving over there, BFF. But yeah, it's coming, y'all. But you definitely can get email him or I'm sorry, look up John Marcus on social media. He said he could get the book shipped out to you as well. So you don't have to be in the Jacksonville area. Just let him know that you want the book, give him your address, and he'll definitely ship the book out to you.
Yep.
So doing this project, right? We talked about the accident. We talked about the leukemia. Tell us about some wins, how you overcame this thing, because that's what it's about here. My journey, my pain that birthed my purpose. So through your journey, some pain transpired, and now we want to talk about that purpose. What are you doing out there in the community?
Um, Even though I didn't get like shot or anything, and my city they get it in down here. These kids, man. My purpose is just to try to help them, and let them know like, man, it's more than just trying to, kill somebody or being a gang or whatever it is they call now. But I try to reach out to the youth, man, much as possible because they are our future. I really believe in that. It ain't all of them, and I see that. Just dealing around a lot of kids. I do a lot of back to school drives. I do once a year. I do. I give a kid that did good through the whole year. I buy him a pair of shoes. Uh, I give away a family once a year family for Thanksgiving. I get them a basket, eat ham, turkey, and get a lot of canned goods and stuff like that. I do that every year, once a year.
It's awesome, son. That is so awesome that you're pouring back into your city. And that's the
Yeah,
thing too. Like it don't it's sad that one thing that in order for you to go back and help, you got to do so much. I mean, even it's the smallest things that you do for, especially you said our kids, they're our future leaders.
yeah,
They're
they are.
definitely future leaders and they need so much help. So us seasoned folks definitely need to reach back down to help them, because at the end of the day, they're trying to find their way.
Yep.
Some are being raised at home, some are being raised by the streets. But the thing is, we need the help. It needs to be so many people that help you and stand behind you. And I see that because I saw you out in the community a whole lot. And this is why people pour back into you, because you have a heart of gold to help not just the young boys, you helping the community. You say you give away baskets as well. So you're doing an awesome job, son. So keep that up. Definitely keep that up. So
Thank you.
now when you're getting this book, is part of the proceeds going to your organization, or
Yeah.
it's just, yeah?
I'm saving back money because my city they brought me a van and I rushed into it. I rushed into it, brought an old van and didn't really work for it. So now all the money that I'm getting saved up now, I'm trying to buy a new van for it.
Okay. Well, see, that's one of the things we need to put out there.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
right now you're in need of a new van.
Yep.
Okay, so the
So I know
proceeds.
now what to do.
See, but that's what it takes, trial and error. See, it had to happen for you to know what to do now, right?
And
So
about one and
now
rushing into it.
that's okay. It's okay. It gets you backwards and forth to work, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It do.
All right, so we're gonna work this thing. So, guys, he said part of the proceeds is going towards a new van for him. Marcus, I mean, I don't know why I keep calling you Marcus. John is how do you say a paraplegic? Am I saying
Yes,
that
ma'am.
right?
Yep.
He's a paraplegic and he needs a van. He said he rushed into it, but however, he works, guys. He works. So he need a new van, and he's not asking for any handouts.
No.
He asked for a hand up. So what he would like for you guys to do is purchase his book. If you
Yep.
don't want to purchase his book, or you could definitely sow a seed. So how can they sow a seed into your organization to help this cause?
Everything's like I said, everything the John Marcus Project. I got my cash out stuff like that. The hashtag the John Marcus Project. John Marcus
Okay.
35.
Wait, is it hashtag or dollar sign? Because I
I'm
know it's
sorry,
normally.
dollar sign
Okay,
John
let me
Marcus
let me get
35.
you right. Yeah, okay. So dollar sign the John Marcus Project.
John Marcus 35.
Oh, John Marcus. Okay. Okay. So this is his cash app, guys. If you just want to sow a seed into him, he's in need of a new van, guys. So listen, buy the book. So a seed, however, no amount is too big or too small. He's definitely doing it for a great cause, guys. Although he works, although he's a paraplegic, he definitely get out there in the community and pay it forward. So he needs a way for transportation, guys, to be able to get around. So definitely, if you can, please do, please, sir, please, ma'am, pour
Thank you, man.
into the organization. You're so welcome. Or even, get the book. You say find him on social media. He even get the book shipped out to you.
Yep.
Or you can go over to Amazon, but preferably we'll like for you to get it from him because he get all the coins, right?
Amazon gonna get theirs.
Amazon, exactly. You know that I know, right?
Yeah.
But here it is now. So maybe you heard Shannon say that you have him, may have her turning into a crybaby. So in your situation, I'm going back to the pain again. In your situation, because this is something that we need to know. In your situation, if you had people that came to the hospital when you were going through your process after the accident and after the surgery, if you had people come into your room crying because they're not used to seeing you like this,
Yep.
how did that make you feel? Because see, we need to know that we don't make the mistake, God forbid, if it were to happen to any one of us.
Man, my room was always packed. My mama that what kept me going. The support from people, my high school, everybody came out. I remember it happened my 12th grade year, so I wanted to go back to school, and they told me that I couldn't go back to school. It was gonna be too much attention, and it was my senior year in school, and my class came together. They told the principal, if he not able to walk, we not gonna walk, and they stood behind me, and that's why I love my school to death. People say, "Why you love Range so much?" I'm like, man, if y'all knew what Range did for me, my classmates, So the teacher told me, they said I couldn't come back to school, but I could finish the one class that I needed, and they let me graduate my class.
Oh my God! So your class didn't walk?
Yeah, they told the person, they said if he can't walk, we not walking, and
That's love.
They stood
That is,
behind me.
listen, that is love. Thank God for the girls in school who made you go to
Hey,
school.
every day. I ain't missing a day.
Thank you, wherever they are. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I
Thank
ain't
you.
missing a day.
Because the thing is, it's very obvious since you only had one class that was left that you made sure you took care of everything early on. So this is another thing too. When our kids are, I think the 10th grade year is the most impressionable year, and the
Lynette
time.
calling me too, by the way.
Tell a nut to tap in real quick before we go. But that's the thing. We want our kids to be able to go and get their education, because once you get into your 12th grade year, you just want to make sure you have the bare minimum to do in order to
Right.
graduate. You should get everything done before you hit that 12th grade year. You shouldn't be trying to rush anything in. So I'm glad that you did that. You had one class, your class stood behind you. They said, we're not going to walk. And you were able to graduate.
Yep. That's all I was real like, man. I done did it 12 years. I ain't gonna be able to graduate. And they stood behind me, man. They came see me every day in the hospital, and they stood behind me.
That's what's up. That's love right there. Because it's always the kids. Well, some kids dream, because Alan didn't want to walk. He just did not want to walk. I was like, please do it for me. Please, please, please. But the thing is, that's love. I'm
Yeah.
telling William Range, y'all. They're
I
in
love
Duval. He said
I
he
love my
loves.
school.
That's what's up. Listen, y'all had to go down to Miami and get that beat. I mean, get that beat down from Miami, though.
We took one. We'll be back. We'll be back.
I was so torn. I'm like, look, my city going against my new city. I don't know what to do. But
Yeah,
that's
but
all right.
y'all took care of business.
That's okay. But those kids made it to the
Yeah, they
champ.
did.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They
they did.
made it. That's a huge accomplishment in
Yeah,
itself. Some look at, oh, we didn't bring it home, but that's okay. Y'all made
yeah,
it.
they
Some
made it.
didn't make it. So tell me, do you go back to the school and sometimes talk to the young men that's
Oh
out
yeah,
there?
of course. I go
Yeah.
back to range every year.
Good, good, good. And you talk with the kids or the ball players?
Yep, I go. I do the whole school sometimes, and if not, I definitely get out to the football team. But I go once. I go to maybe 2, 3 times a year at range.
Mm. So let me ask
I just left for prom. Matter of fact, I just left for prom.
you, what?
Yeah, I try to get to. I try to get to like at least 5 high schools a year for prom. And let them know, hey
Okay.
man, about driving. Even though we wasn't drinking and driving, I let them know, hey man, listen, do not drink and drive. This can happen to you. I try to get out to them at least 5 high schools a year.
But see, that's a good message too, though, right? That's definitely a good message too. But the message should also be too, uh, not that you could have avoided it, not because by all means our life is
Right, right, right.
predestined, I believe, but just driving responsibly. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I try to drive for everybody that's around me, John. I'm telling you, I've been looking in my rearview mirror. You're supposed to just be focused, but I think I try and drive for everybody that's around me. And you never could be too careful, right?
You can't,
But
you
you
can't.
don't want to, you don't want to be driving at high rates of speed. You don't want to be lollygagging around. And that texting, I sometimes do it. Lord have mercy, Jesus. But
We
we
all
got
do.
to stop doing that texting and that driving too, you know. But that's good that you get out there and you speak to the kids. You let them know, like, look, this could be you. If because sometimes those kids get a hold to some drinks, we don't know what they out there
Right.
doing. We just want to make sure we get a message to, kind of guide them in the right way. And thank you for doing that, John. Thank you
Mhm.
so because
It
it's
be the
much.
kids. It be the kids that you think ain't listening. Be the ones that be listening.
See, that's it right there. That's good. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it don't matter if you have a room full of people and only two get it. If those two got it,
You
trust
did
and
your
believe,
part.
they'll tell, yeah, you did your part. Not only did you do your part, you don't know what those two may go and say to the ones that they may have influence over. You see what I'm saying? But you
Yes,
still
ma'am.
did your part. Stop worrying about the numbers that you touch and start touching somebody
Yes,
making an
ma'am. Yes,
impact.
ma'am.
So I thank you for that. Oh my
Yes,
gosh, I
ma'am.
that. So we're right here at the closing. So is there anything that you would like to leave with our guests on today? Maybe a word of encouragement. We already know that we want them to get that book. Let me put
Of
his
course.
cash in, y'all. You can sow a seed into John. He's trying to get a new van, y'all. The John Marcus, the cash app is $ the John Marcus 35.
No,
No amount too big. Too
it's just John Marcus 35.
Oh, not the
No,
okay. Let me
no.
put that. Hold up. Thank you. Thank you for getting me right. So John Marcus, 35.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. So that's Cash App, guys. And you can also reach out to him on social media. You have what? Facebook and Instagram, John?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Facebook and Instagram. If you want the book, you definitely could get the book. He will get it shipped out to you guys. Just support, 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 support. He's doing great things in his city. He's going out to different schools and he needs ways to do this, right? So we want to make sure that we're pouring into him. All right. Not just that, John. Tell us what you think, what you predict this year. Tell us what you predict with those Jaguars.
Well, we got big time Travis Hunt in the city now. We protect him at all costs. By the way, don't bother him or his girlfriend. No matter how bad y'all don't like her. Uh, I said 12-5, and we make the playoffs. We win the division.
All right now. Oh, wait. I had to laugh in the background when you say protect him and his girlfriend.
They don't like his girlfriend, but we gonna
What
protect her
about
too,
his mother?
man.
What about his mother? Protect his
Oh,
mother too.
you know she good. She good. She had him. And we like we protect you. She had her, so we got to protect her.
All right now, that's what I'm talking about. How much is
They
the book? Shannon says
they 20. They $20.
$20.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Thank you, Shannon. I didn't even think to ask that. So the books are $20. You can also give him a tip. You can give him a tip a little over. He's trying to get this van, y'all. It's very, very important that we help him get to the areas where he needs to get to. He's pouring out into the community. He's talking with the kids. He's going to schools. He's showing up at proms. You know, he's doing so much for the city of go ahead and say it one time.
Duval.
All right, all right. Y'all know that city. Man, listen, I kind of miss there. I really do. I hate that
Better
I
come back.
left. Oh, it's too expensive now.
Jacksonville.
Florida is
Oh,
expensive.
Florida. Yeah,
Here.
Florida. Allen be
Yeah.
coming back. That's why I just saw him at the last game.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I come back through there, but not to stay. And you didn't even come to my event, September 14th.
I did. I'll be there this year. Whatever you need me to do.
Y'all heard it here on It Had to
I'm
Happen.
coming.
PFF, you heard him, right? You heard him say it.
Put me on the calendar. I'm coming. I won't miss it.
All right. Thank you so much, son. It's such an honor to sit here with you
Always,
again.
man. Always.
Guys, he is a two-timer, IH2H2-timer. And what that is, this is his second appearance here on It Had to Happen. We found out all about John's journey, all about his pain, all about his purpose. And now he have this amazing book for $20, guys. For $20, you can get this book. Also, we want you to order from him. But if you just feel more comfortable going to Amazon, don't, but hey, he have the book for $20. Also, you can definitely sow into his organization, $ John Marcus 35. Please show some love. Oh my gosh, she says I'm going to cash app you for my book, John. I'm local.
I got you.
All
She know.
right.
She know I got it. She know I got it.
You heard that? He said, he got you, girl. He got you, BFF.
Thank
Yeah.
you, mom, for always supporting me too. I definitely, I have to call you and text you every night. Then check on you.
That you do. That's one thing I could say, y'all. He never wavered. Him and my BFF, I don't care what it is. He makes sure he reach out. Hey, ma, you good? Whatever it is, he's always checking on. We got to do a lunch date. Either you come here to Atlanta or I come there.
I need
However
to
it
come to
may
Atlanta. I ain't been there yet.
Yeah, well, you need to come and you need to bring her too because she haven't been here either.
Well, we coming.
I love to have you. But guys, thank you all so much for tuning in here with us at It Had to Happen. If you would like to book with your girl, you could go to my website at www.ericawilsonih2h.com. I'd love to have you. Guys, you could be a 2-timer, 3-timer, just like Marcus. Look,
Yes,
get the book. So into, she said autograph her book, please.
Definitely.
All right. That's an extra $5, friend. That's okay. I want my autograph too. Okay.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
but I definitely want my autograph. So,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
guys, listen, if you're just coming in, you could get his book from him. He's on social media. Is it John Marcus? Just right.
Yes,
John
ma'am.
Marcus. John Marcus on Facebook and Instagram. The book is $20, guys. $20. His cash app is $ John Marcus 35. He is trying to get a new van, guys. He's doing so much in the community and serving the community so well. please do sow into his organization. No amount is too big or too small. Just show some love, y'all. I know that you can. All
Thank you, Mom.
right. So again, you're so welcome, son. So welcome. Is there one last thing you would like to leave? You already told him to put God first, and that's the number one thing.
Love each other. We gotta come together as people, man, and just like I said, live every day. Mom, can't thank you enough for allow me to be here. Share my story with the world. You always always there for me. I thank you.
I love you. You're so
Love
welcome.
you.
But
Yes,
you
ma'am.
tell the nut to get on it.
He been calling me. That's who been calling me. So I got to tell him, say, hey, man, listen, you interrupted the interview.
That's right. And you know, you can share that link with your family and friends. They can
Yeah.
always go back and replay it. But again, son, thank you. It was such an honor to have you. Thank you, BFF, for sending him over
Of
once
course.
again. Y'all get the book. So until she said, come back with Lil Nut.
All right. I'm gonna call you back today.
All
Yeah.
right. God bless each and every one of you guys. Until next time, guys, we love you here at It Had to Happen. I'm sending you some some virtual hugs, son, and some
Yes, ma'am.
virtual love. Love
Love
you
you,
again.
ma.
Love you all. God bless you. Bye
Yes,
bye.